After a long first season of the ARCA series from the Inspired Racing League, it is time to crown the first ever Inspired ARCA League, Inspired Racing League ARCA champion. And tonight, 3 drivers walk in looking for a championship, but at the end of it, only one can say that they are the champion in the Inspired ARCA series. We'll get to more of them in a bit. So right now, the championship drivers as they come into tonight. You will have the man. Well, really, you're going to have 3 of them. And Stephen Henning looking to rebound after a rough playoffs. He now finds himself in a championship 3 spot. These are the championship drivers coming into tonight. You got Elijah Fisher, Stephen Henning, Chris Liotta in the championship 3 spot. And of course, coming into tonight, you got Elijah Fisher. So of course, tonight's going to be awesome. Tonight's going to be one of the best nights we'll ever have. In order to get this championship, they're going to have to beat some of the best. And right now, the highest of the championship, drivers, Chris Liotta in 7th, followed by Elijah Fisher in 11th, Stephen Henning 13th. Let's see if we cannot get Stephen Henning up here in the booth. Stephen Henning, Garrett Jenkins up here in the broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Well, buddy, it's been a long road to get to this point, but you're here tonight. What's it going to take to get to number 12 to victory lane and to a championship, might I add?
Just to be hopefully good all night. Not hit the wall as much, and just be consistent all night and try and be there at the end.
Well, buddy, I do got to ask right before qualifying starts, what are the nerves right now? What is Stephen Henning feeling going into the race?
For me, being a 4-year vet, that's the most nervous I've been since I started doing league racing here. So, yeah, we're feeling it, but once we get a few laps under our belt, we'll be all right. We know what we need to do out there, and hopefully we can go out there and do it, and hopefully we can put on one hell of a show for the viewers.
All right, buddy. Best of luck to you. Stephen Henning looking to claim the first ever Inspired ARCA Series Championship. Good luck tonight, buddy.
Thank you. You have good luck up there, too.
You too, buddy. We're going to get interviews with the other ones, with the other 2. That would be Elijah Fisher, Chris Liotta. Right now, James Hadaway in a beautiful number 24 Sunoco car. And he'll also be the first one to bring us to the green. The key thing tonight, keep it off the wall, but you really want to try to run that high lane, get a great run off the corner. It's going to be interesting tonight. Still to come tonight after we crown a champion. Midnight Racing League Super Speedway Series kicks off their Season 2. I'll be live following the conclusion of the Inspired ARCA Series Championship finale. Hadaway's lap at the line. Did not believe he was able to post one. I think drivers are hitting the wall a little bit. They are. But Ethan Saworski now. So 3 drivers have yet to post a lap. They've gone. Possibility just hitting the wall. Unknown reasons into why. We're going to see this time. Well, there's Stephen Henning posted the first lap of 7:04. There's one of them, Liotta. Just rolling out onto the racetrack now. The rock star, dependable duct, number 60. On point now, Elijah Fisher will slide in. Jesse Glover with a 32.443. Holy cow. Kurt Gibbs slides in at third. But for Chris Liotta tonight, what it would mean to win a championship, I don't quite know quite yet. But we're going to get his words it. We're going to get his insight on it. Elijah Fisher just across the board. The lap was good enough for third. Liotta's first lap. Where does it stand compared to the other two? Does not count. Unknown into why. The key thing is you cannot hit the wall. You can't do anything that'll potentially mess up the lap. This lap good enough, but is the slowest of the 3. As a matter of fact, the championship 3 right now, 4th through 6th. Let's see if we can get Elijah Fisher in here. Elijah Fisher, Garrett Jenkins up here in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yes, I do.
Well, buddy, as we watched the remainder of qualifying go on, I want to ask you, where's the mindset tonight for the driver of the 4? You got 2 fast guys you got to go through tonight to claim the first ever Inspired ARCA Series champion. How you feeling? How confident are you tonight?
I feel like it's a regular race. Just same thing as always. Just gonna check our boxes and make sure that we don't make any mistakes out there. Just gotta run a smooth race and remember that God is good.
All right, buddy. I wanted to ask you tonight, how is the car really handling compared to this track? I know, and sometimes that I've raced this track, it can be slick. Other times it can be tight. How do you feel like the track condition is going to affect not just your car, but every car?
It's already acted pretty tight. It could loosen up as the night goes on, though. But we're just gonna have to experiment around. I mean, it's a multi-group track, so I mean, it's one of them things. I mean, if we're feeling one thing's not working, we can always make an adjustment and go from there. So, I don't know. It felt pretty tight in qualifying to start, though, to be completely honest. So, just trying to set up for the long run. Expect everybody's going to be probably running different lanes to start. So, I mean, the way this one ends is going to probably be running way different from how it starts. So, we'll just have to keep up with the changes.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you. Hopefully we'll talk to you at the end of this thing. Hopefully you'll be hoisting a championship. Best of luck to you, buddy.
Thank you.
Yep. With that being said, go ahead and get driver intros out the way. Well, not driver intros, but go ahead and get the little race control gig out the way. Let's see. All right, everybody, welcome to Homestead. 7 sets of tires tonight, 6 in the pits, 1 on your car, 156 laps, pace car speed limit 65, pit speed limit 50, 1 fast repair. To the championship contenders, best of luck to y'all and for tonight. To everybody else, best of luck to y'all in going for this win to end ARCA for season 1. Thank you. All right. We'll go ahead and roll through the starting grid tonight because I need to interview about a couple more drivers. Jesse Glover on pole, Hay Williams second, Kurt Gibson third, Elijah Fisher fourth. Stephen Henning, Chris Liotta 5th and 6th, the championship contenders. 4th through 6th, Robert Wilhoit, Colton Ward, Shane Hart, Aaron Stanton, Ethan Sikorsky, James Hadaway. That's the fast 12. Bobby Hadaway, Darcy Harr will round out the 14-car field tonight.
Man, I think I got the pole of not qualifying.
Let me say, let's get Chris Liotta in here. Chris Liotta, Garrett Jenkins up here in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
I do.
Well, buddy, it's been a long season to get to this point, but you're here now. What's it going to take for the 60 Rockstar Dependable Duck Chevrolet to get to victory lane and to grab a championship tonight?
To drive a 400 resolution. I don't know. I'm just looking to have fun tonight. If we happen to win, we win. If we don't win, then we don't win. It's pretty simple.
Well, is there anything from this season that you'll look back on and think about all the good highlights for this season? What is one of them? What is one of them moments where you'll look back and think, man, that was awesome?
Leading at Atlanta, for sure. Because that could have been most laps led. Could have been the best chance at a win. But unfortunately, things didn't happen our way.
All right, buddy. Well, look, I'll let you get ready for this race. Best of luck to you. Hopefully, we'll talk to you at the end of this thing.
I would love to hear y'all. See y'all later.
All right, buddy. We got one more interview to do beforehand, and I think this is going to be his first ever interview. Jesse Glover, Garrett Jenkins up here in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
I got you.
Well, buddy, congratulations. First ever pole here in Inspired. The 60 looks bad fast. Has it got what it take to finish out front tonight?
To be honest, Garrett, I'm just as shocked as everyone else is. I don't know how I did that, but yeah, I'm speechless. My heart's pounding. We'll just do it. That's the only thing I could say. We'll hope for the best.
Well, buddy, I'm going to ask this. We talked to Elijah Fisher right beforehand. He said the track's already making the cars act like they're tight. Is that what you're experiencing right now, or do you feel like it's going to loosen up as it goes on?
It's probably going to be loose for now, but when the tires wear out, it'll be tight for sure.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you, and I'm going to let you get on back down to your group chat. Best of luck. Hopefully we'll talk to you at the end of this thing.
Thank you, Garrett.
Yep. Again, brother, you just joining the championship drivers as they run. Stephen Henning, Chris Liotta, Elijah Fisher. Them are your drivers going for the championship tonight.
Kind of getting to used to Jesse on pole.
We'll update you as the race goes on where they run. Right now, Jesse Glover, Hayden Williams brings them down to the start of the final race in ARCA. We're rolling.
Okay.
Glover already not going up to speed. And Hayden Williams will jump up to the point. Elijah Fisher already going for the lead down the back straightaway.
Sorry, Shane. Got a little bit there. All good, though.
See, Hayden runs Kurt Gibson up the track further back. They're 3x3. Just outside top 5, see Stephen Henning. Still 3x3. No surrender. Fisher out to the early lead. Liotta runs in third. Stephen Henning running the bottom. Hayden or James Hadaway in the wall a little bit would keep it straight, and they're still 3x3. Oh, Aaron's going to get turned. He saves it. What a save by the 27, Aaron Stanton.
Not that Aaron.
Meanwhile, battle for the lead. Chevrolet's on forward. Hayden Williams and Chris Liotta challenging Elijah Fisher for the front spot already. Williams with a strong run. You see Fisher off the wall a little bit. That mobile one for Mustang. Trying to hold on to it. Wants to lead back, I'm sure. But right now, Hayden Williams leads off of turn 4. Jesse Glover fighting with Colton Ward for the 4th spot. All right now, you see Hadaway off the wall again. They're scattering 3 by 3 again. Right now you can run 3 wide. There's plenty of grip in the tires. You can do all this. Colton Ward going for the lead. Down the back straightaway. Front straightaway, I mean. Williams hangs on to it. Well, there ain't no better track to really hold a championship race, and I will say that to the day I die. This track can provide some of the best racing right now. Down the back straightaway. All 3 of the championship contenders running inside the top 10, just outside the top 5. Fisher trying to battle back. Glover up to 2nd. Well, Jesse Glover's been a rough start since he came into Inspire, but tonight he is showing that the 96 has something to say as far as how he might walk into season 2 next year. But for right now, Hayden Williams leads. Or another driver looking to burst onto the scenes. Oh, Glover gets turned! Jesse Glover, Shane Har, Darcy Har. Chris Liotta's involved against the wall. Already championship implications tonight. Aaron standing a meatball flag, massive damage to that 27.
I can't turn my car, Elijah. You have to give me a sec. You're good, I thought. Checking out middle back.
And we saw Jesse Glover get turned sideways off of 2. Let's see what happens.
You just start wall riding.
Aaron's acting like Larson.
Hard to say. There's where Stan gets the damage hard into the wall. Let's slow this down. Slow it down here, see what happens. They're going 3 wide. They're trying to go 3 wide. Ward coming up. Ward's coming up. Liotta sliding. Looks like Glover holds his line, and yeah. Liotta comes up into the 96.
Where's your box, Aaron?
Take one more look at it here. Well, just take one more look just to be sure we're seeing it all right. Right there you see Glover holding the line, holding the line. Liotta comes up, coming up. Yeah. After reviewing the incident, the 60 comes up into the 96, triggering the caution. 60 will get an EOL for this upcoming restart. Thank you.
I got a brand new race car.
Well, championship implications already.
Shane, did you see my save earlier, though? You gotta give me props for that one.
Real fast, we're actually going
I
to,
didn't, dude. Sorry.
speaking of Shane Hart, we're actually going to ride on board with him. On board the gyro cam with the 21. Right there, you see the contact. He just lost the brakes up, spins it hard into the inside retaining wall. We come back live. In the top 5 as they run, Hayden Williams, Colton Ward, Stephen Henning, Ethan Silhorsky, and James Hadaway. Elijah Fisher 6 and 6. Gibson or Liotta will be restarting in the back of the field.
Don't check the drive.
So right now, Stephen Henning in control with the championship lead. Tonight, best man wins. The highest runner.
Did you get a penalty or some sort, or what?
The highest running of the 3 contenders will walk out of here the champion. Same as the final 4. Same as the final 4 contenders. Whereas the final 4 in real life. Highest running driver, they win championship. Got a long way to go, 147. Hayden Williams, Colton Ward brings them to the restart zone. We're rolling. What's the black flag on, Darcy?
There's no way he did pass the pace car, by the way, so I don't know how.
Clear.
Maybe it was black flagging him a lap behind him.
Well, I say, I just looked. I didn't see no evidence into how he could have passed the pace car. I guess we'll just had to look at it afterwards. What I say do anyway. All right now. Colton Ward, Ethan Silhorsky, Hayden Williams, the top 3 is the Chevy top 3. We're going to switch to the tower overlay for right now. Actively keep to see where the 3 drivers for the championship are running right now. They are 4th, 7th, and 12th. All right now. As far as next season goes, keep an eye on Colton Ward. Really has burst onto the scenes. Has had several great runs to start. Just have to check on an incident, no harm, no foul. But right now, Ward
Heading in the time.
there you hear it. Chris Liotta.
I got no right front.
All right now, Gary Liotta will be in this time. Let's actually look back and see the possible incident here. Contact. Massive contact. However, they did not fully go around. But we keep it green. Right now, Ethan Silhorsky trying to get around Colton Ward. Looks at the bottom of the 42, entering turn number 1. Well, right now, I think we're pretty much just testing the waters and seeing who can drive where. Chris Liotta is back onto the racetrack, 1 lap down. Will be a massive blow dealt to his championship hopes so far tonight. Right now is between the 2 Fords of Henning and Fisher. Look no further back here and Stan working himself up. Stan working himself into the picture here, running 4th right behind his teammates. Yeah, well, and for Aaron, you know, due to the rule book, he missed the playoff race. It would be the end of his championship hopes. 4 wins this season, sweeping the first 2 weeks. And really, a gut punch that it was for the 27. He'll go into next season pretty much looking for a little bit of revengeance, so to speak. Of course, you mentioned it. Of course, if I'm not mistaken, this will be the last. We might not be seeing ARCA back next season. We'll have to wait and see. But as far as the Saturday night series goes, make no mistake, Stanton will be looking to try to rebound. After what was an incredible run in the ARCA series. 4 wins just mentioned, but not eligible for the championship. It's going to add more fire to the 27. Of course, right now.
Scared me like that. How's my butt, bro? It looks a little beat up. It feels that way too. Yeah, the middle of it looks like it's kind of pushed in a little.
So right now as they run, Fisher slid back to 10th. Liotta still 1 lap down. So Stephen Henning in firm control of this championship.
Sorry, Colton.
Right now you see Henning lying in wait. Right now, Steven running in 5th position where he needs to win the championship. Well, right now, you know that if you're Steven Henning, you just want to run it tonight. Of course, said the nerves are high, but whenever the race starts, them nerves should go away for the driver to 12, and right now, he is really showing it. Right now, Henning leads. Will go through the field. Right now, the top 4, as you see them, Colton Ward, Ethan Silhorsky, Aaron Stanton, Hayden Williams. That is the top 4 as they run. Well, there you see Colton Ward and them, but right now you see the battle for second going on still. Aaron Stanton trying to make the pass around Ethan Work. Has not been able to get it done yet. Side by side, they're going to enter turn 1. How about Aaron really making that bottom lane work? I'm surprised Ethan off the wall just a little bit.
Absolutely cannot pass.
As we continue through the
I
field.
was thinking the same thing.
We continue through the field. Did you see it? Hayden Williams now running in 4th. Right behind him, just talked about him. Stephen Henning. Right now, iPad the 5th spot behind him. Shane Hard trying to rebound after the crash on lap 5. Right now, Shane running in 6th. Robert Will Hoyt, Kurt Gibson, 7th and 8th. There's actually the battle for 7th right now. Gibson trying to fairway get around Will Hoyt. Robert off the wall just a little bit. Right behind him, James Hadaway,
Thanks, I didn't know that.
trying to make himself into the equation here. Look at Gibson, a strong run down the back straightaway off turn 2. Elijah Fisher lying in wait. They get a 4-way battle for 7th. Really a battle for 7th and 9th. Right behind them, Darcy Harr running in 11th. Jesse Glover in 12th. And then you'll find the third contender for this championship, Chris Liotta, still 1 lap down, running in the 13th spot. But right now, Colton Ward continues to lead. He's led 12 laps tonight. Hayden Williams led 8, and Ethan Sikorsky now has led 6. They were the highest laps led of this race tonight. The only other person to lead will be Elijah Fisher, who has led 2.
Rob, that was fun right there.
Right now we'll check in.
I
Aaron
didn't expect you to do the crossover on
Aaron
the
Stanton has
first
moved
time.
up into second. He took second away from Ethan Sikorsky. Right now the 94 will run in the 3rd spot, looking back to the inside of Stanton. He is the highest Toyota runner so far. Meanwhile, Elijah Fisher.
Hey, Elisha, did I drink right there? No, not at all.
Meanwhile, Fisher on the move, was just 10 now, working himself up. But
Get your red for a second.
right now, Fisher up to 7th spot, trying to run down Shane Hard in the top 5. But really, Fisher does not need, really none of these championship drivers. I would not worry about the win. Sure, you get the bracket rights. Hey, I won the race and the championship. But if I was in one of them 3's shoes, I'd be looking at the bigger picture. The bigger picture being that I just need to win a championship. That's all I want to do. I want to win a title. I don't care if I finish 10th. As long as I beat the other 2, I'm the champion. That's what it boils down to. That's where I would be at right now if I was any of the championship 3 right now. Well, right now, 125 laps to go. Colt Ward still leads over Aaron Stanton, Ethan Sikorsky, Hayden Williams. And right now, I think Stephen Williams might be trying to get a little racy here. Of course, new paint job for Steven. What better way to unreveal a new sponsor than while you're fighting for a championship, the Dude Squad number 12 Ford Mustang. Trying to get around Hayden Williams, who bounces off the wall in the number 40. But right now, as Henning looks to the inside of Williams, Jesse Glover is in the pits. The pole center, a lot of damage done to that right side. Definitely going to need another paint job. This does, in a way, it helps and does not help the 60 of Chris Liotta. It helps because he'll get another spot. Where it does not help is if Glover does not go more than 1 lap down, then it'll be a fight for the free pass. But the way it looks, well, Glover is rolling back out onto the racetrack, and he is 2 laps down. So right now, Liotta does not need to get involved in a wreck. Anything that will cost him the free pass does not need to happen for the 60 to get back into this if we have a caution. One car in the wall hard. That'd be Henning Williams again. For Henning Williams, it's been a great season for him, a great debut. Joined a little bit late into the season, to say the least. Unfortunately, was not eligible for the playoffs due to that. But for Williams, I mean, what can be said? He's got a win at Fuji in the ARCA series. Matter of fact, I believe that's his only win, and it is so far. So it'll be a great year to remember if you're Hayden Williams. That, hey, I got that one win in Fuji. What can I do next season? How can I show them that I'm going to be a championship threat next season? That's what the off season is going to be like for a lot of these drivers, really. Right now, Stephen Henning looking to the inside of the Ford L. Williams for the 4th spot.
24 fitness time.
You hear that? James Hadaway will be in this time. It will come on a 37-lap run. A beautiful Sunoco Toyota. But right now, Colton Ward continues to lead. Feel like I've said that a lot. Get an update on Elijah Fisher, see exactly where he's at. Right behind Shane Harr, you're looking at him. And I believe that is Colton Ward. 94 is in.
40 today.
So right now, pit stops begin to happen, so we know that we can go about 38 laps. 38 to 40 laps roughly. Colton Ward is in the lead. The driver to 42 surrenders it to Aaron Stanton. Stanton can go a little bit longer, probably about another 7-8 laps. Right now, the championship still belongs to Stephen Henning, but Elijah Fisher up to 4th.
'51 fitting this time.
Kurt Gibson will be in. So right now, 67% vote, 66 vote. Stephen Henning will be walking out here to champion in 116 laps. We will find out. Right now, Henning has gone longer than anybody on this stint, 40 laps and counting. Of course, right now, I think that's the plan for a lot of the Fords. Try to go long with Elijah Fisher. Technically, he can go longer than Stephen Henning because of Fisher on a 33-lap stint where Henning's on a 41. So you can do the math anywhere from 5 to maybe 10 more laps, I would think. I ain't got a calculator on. There it is. Stephen Henning will be in. Right now, Aaron Stanton can go longer. He's on the same stint as Elijah, 33 laps. So, in about another possible, give or take, 5 to 7, maybe 8, 9 laps, you will see Stanton, Fisher, Harr, and Darcy Harr, and Robert Wilhoit will be in. Everybody else have opted to drive it long. But for Stephen Henning, the driver of the number 12 Dew Squad, Ford Mustang in this time. We'll see if he takes 4 tires and fuel. The right size is going up, so I got to imagine it will be a green flag or a 4 tire and fuel stop. And Henning is away. So right now it's Aaron Stanton in the lead. Stanton has took under lead since Colton Ward pitted, left 5 laps. Of course, mentioned before, 4 wins for the driver of the 27 HendrickCars.com Chevrolet. And it was a thrilling season for Stanton. Swept the first 2 races to start the season at Daytona and Richmond. He would have to wait a little while before going to Knoxville, getting his third win there, and then in the playoffs at Michigan in a thrilling battle between Shane Haar, Colton Ward, and Stanton alike. It would be Aaron Stanton getting the hometown win. Shane Haar, I believe I heard it over the radio, he'll be in this time, and he is. The 21 comes in a little bit sideways, locking up the rear brakes. They're able to get on the pit road nonetheless. Shane Haar not eligible for the championship tonight, but Monday night, Shane Haar is definitely going to be eligible for the Cup Series championship on Monday. 8 wins in the Cup Series. Going to be great to see how the 21 can handle the pressure of Monday night. For now, he ain't got to worry about championships. Well, about 5.9 seconds behind Elijah Fisher in the Mobile One Racing number 4. Right now holds the championship lead as he is not pitted yet, but in about another 2 or 3 laps, we ought to be seeing the driver of the 4 come in. Well, Stephen Henning, he was able to go 41 laps, 42. There it is. Fisher will be in this time. So Elijah Fisher in. They're pretty much waiting on Aaron Stanton now to pit. Stanton, Haar, and Will Hoyt. They will be the last ones to pit. Ought to be seeing Stanton in this time, or within the next 2 or 3 laps. From then, the lead ought to cycle around to the 94 of Ethan Silhorsky. Actually, no, we'll cycle around back to Colton Ward. Ward's actually back on the lead lap. He has his lap back. Aaron Stanton is in. $108 laps to go. Setting up to probably be a nail biter right to the finish. Right now you look at Colton Ward again. So Colton will resume the lead. Afterwards, we'll get a live update before I say anything. All right, so right now as they run, Chris Liotta goes back another lap. Actually, back 1 lap down. All right, so as they run, Stephen Henning back in the championship lead over Elijah Fisher in 9th. All right, now everything's going perfectly for the 12. But I got to wonder, he pitted 6 laps sooner than what the 4 Fisher did. How big will, actually about 5 laps. So how will the 5-lap advantage work out? Well, right now, Aaron Stanton under assault from the 12. That will be the battle for 3rd. Bring in Hayden Williams in there as well. Right now, Stanton up 7 spots. The admin box biggest mover of the race, Ethan Silhorsky now. Right now, running in 2nd, 9 spots gained for where he started. Colt Ward, Aaron Stanton both up 7. And James Hadaway up 6. They are your admin box biggest movers of the race. Well, after this pit stop, we'll go back through the field. So Colt Ward leading, led 25 laps tonight of the 51 ran. Ethan Silhorsky running in 2nd. Aaron Stanton, who has kind of fended off Stephen Henning for the moment, running in 3rd, hitting 4th. From there, you'll get Hayden Williams running in 5th. Right now, the battle for 3rd's kind of simmered down a minute. You got to go back 2 seconds to find James Hadaway in the 24 Sunoco Toyota Camry. Off the wall a little bit, which you'll see a lot tonight. Drivers trying to run as close to that wall as they can so they can get a great run off. 13 seconds behind the leader, Shane Har, running in 7th. Elijah Fisher in the Mobile 1. Ford Mustang right now 2nd in the championship running. Running in 8th, 14 seconds off the lead. Being a very quiet night for the 4. I have no doubt that whenever we get down to the end of this thing, Fisher will have something to say into whether him or Stephen Henning will be walking out with the championship. Right behind Fisher, about give or take 3 seconds. Kurt Gibson running in 9th. Way behind him, Robert Wilhoit holding the top 10 spot. Right behind him, Darcy Har, Jesse Glover, right in your screen, just outside right now, running 13th. Chris Liotta into the pits, the dependable duck rock star. Not been the night that Liotta wants as far as the championship goes right now. Already 1 lap down, will possibly go 2. That is your inspired marketing through the field. Right now, Colton Ward's about being a hornet's nest. Got to sort through Darcy Har and Jesse Glover. Well, this will open up the opportunity for Steel Horsky now to close the gap. Right now it is just under 5 seconds. Still to come tonight, Midnight Racing. The Midnight Racing Series Super Speedway Series. Yeah, I know, I butchered that up, but Midnight Racing League Super Speedway Series returns for Season 2 tonight. Justin Millicar, Braden Powers, Gordon Glidewell, and others trying to start their season right in quest for a championship. On Saturday night, all that will be covered right here on the Raging Idiot Racing Network following the conclusion of this race. And right now, 100 to go. Ward still out front, putting Darcy Har 1 lap down. But right now, Aaron Stanton has opened up the gap on Stephen Henning for 3rd. Aaron now trying to run down the leaders. And of course, Aaron's got a roughly 6 laps better tires than what Henning does. Well, of course, we look at the pit strategy link, or the Raging Idiot pit strategy link, might I add. But here's how long they went. The first stint yellow, the second stint blue, and then so on. But right now, Ward and Horsky on the same strategy ran 39 laps. Right now on an 18-lap run, but you see Aaron Stanton on a 9-lap run as they go. Stephen Henning went the longest out of any of the drivers in the field, 42 laps. Right now, 16 laps on his stint, and on down through the field. Strategy all over the place, but I want you to look at Elijah Fisher in 8th, 11 laps. Right now, Fisher probably not worried about the race. He's trying to figure out how to beat his teammate and championship rival right now, and possibly strategy playing into the driver of the 4's hands. Right now, Fisher in 8th.
Hey, Chris, you all there?
So it's going to be interesting to see. It's going to be fun to watch how this race plays out. Right now, it's all Colton Ward. Right now, we'll go on back through the field some more, try to find any battles. Right now, Shane Har is caught up to his teammate, James Hadaway. This will be the battle for the 6th spot. Shane Har trying to recover after getting involved on the lap 5 incident. Really has been a quiet night so far for the driver 21. Not quite to what we used to seeing out of him. Well, if you can pick a race of the year, about 4 or 5 options will have the 21 in it. It will also have Aaron Stanton and Colton Ward in as well. But Shane, you know, it was not the start off that he really wanted. In ARCA, of course, missed too many races, was not eligible for the playoffs to begin with. Just here, and he's like Colt Ward. He was trophy hunting. He's had a great season in ARCA. It will not be a championship season, but next season, I expect an even better season than what we had in ARCA. Right now, what Shane Hara will do is shift his attention to Monday night. He will shift his attention to the Cup Series Championship, where him, Elijah Fisher, Mike Hauser, Josh Henderson, them 4 drivers, Monday night, will be fighting for the biggest prize in Inspired Racing League, the Cup Series Championship for Shane Hara, an 8-win season on the Cup side, looking to finish it off with the best way possible. Of course, I'm getting ahead of myself again. That's Monday night. I'm trying to wish my weekend away early. Right now, 9 drivers still on the lead lap. Kurt Gibson right now occupies the 9th and final spot. Well, right now,
I'm licking my lips right now, Ethan.
well, right now for Kurt Gibson, he is actually down 6 spots from where he started, but plenty of time for the driver.
My tires are shredded.
But plenty of time for a driver to 51
Brother,
to rebound.
I'm there, sir, please.
Right now, you look at the lap time history compared to. Matter of fact, we'll do it this way. Compared to Aaron Stanton right now, Stanton on a tear. Why is this important? People might wonder and ask. Because Aaron Stanton right now has one of the freshest tires out of anybody in the field right now. And Stanton is coming. Well, there you see it at the bottom of the screen. We're going to see what it's like this lap. Stanton anywhere from 1 to 3/10 faster than the 94th Ethan. Again, why does that matter? Colt Ward has led 39 laps, seemingly unstoppable as the 94 in the wall. But Stanton is coming. Stanton is mounting the charge. The thing is, how good is Colt Ward's tire saving tonight? We saw it North Wilkesboro on the Cup side of things. Colt Ward went 122 laps at North Wilkesboro on the same set of tires and competed for the win like he was on fresh tires. That is the thing. Will Stanton's fresh tires right now be enough to overcome Colt Ward's tire saving? But right now, Aaron Stanton up to second, trying to battle for second. Right now, got Robert Wilhoit playing interference here in this battle. Wilhoit's going to hold the top of the lane, going to block the 94 from getting around. Stanton up to second. Well, right now, even though Stanton's on the run, Colton Ward's over 5 seconds ahead so far, so we'll have to see. Update on the championship, not much has changed. Stephen Henning still holding 4th spot. That's enough to win the championship over Fisher. The championship scenario is pretty much this, like it is in real life. The best out of the 3 will win this championship. You ain't got to win the race. You just got to finish ahead of your other 2 rivals, and you will have it claimed. Right now, Stephen Henning has had that done pretty much from the get-go. Elijah Fisher had a strong car earlier, but right now the 4 has not been up to par compared to the 12. And right now, for those of you... Right now, for those of you wondering, the championship 3 coming into the night. This is your championship drivers right now for tonight. And right now,
Just reaching out. Hopefully, I'll get them as a sponsor.
And right now, as they run, Henning 4th, Fisher 7th, Liotta 12th. But right now, Shane Har has mounted himself a charge.
Whatever that.
Here comes Har. We waited a long time to start to turn it up. But right now, Shane Har on the move. Around Hayden Williams.
Oh, and please brought to my attention that you and me sound the same. You don't sound like a fork.
But right now, Shane Har already putting up the afterburner. He's going to get around Henning for the
Don't you
4th
mean a
spot.
fork?
Right now, this is going to be good. Henning, will he lay off? He will. Bigger picture. So right now, Shane Har on the move, but right now, Colt Ward still leaning, and right now still has the fastest lap of the race of a 32.197. That is the fastest lap of the race set by Colt Ward. Right now, just under 7 seconds in front of Stanton. Well, really, what it's going to boil down to for Fisher, because right now, Chris Liotta, he's out of it. 2 laps down, unless there's a couple of cautions or he can take a wave around. Right now, the 60 done for the championship. Still a long way to go. 82 laps. Going to be 83 with, going to be 82 when Colton Ward gets back around. But right now, the race and championship out of the grasp of the 60. Still a long way to go. As far as Fisher goes, as you hear, James Hadaway will be in this time. But for Elijah Fisher, a master at playing strategy, a master of it. One of the best I've ever seen to play the strategy game. There is a, right now Fisher has an ace up his sleeve. The thing about it is, will it pay off for the 4? Because right now I do not believe the 4 is out of this. Of course, you refer back to an ace up his sleeve. Thing about it is, who holds the other 3? Is Elijah just waiting in wait? Does he have all 4 aces? Or the big question, is it Stephen Henning? Because right now Henning keeping Hayden Williams at arm's length. But right now you got to think the 32 lap old tires, perhaps the 12 is starting to feel it. Well, he went 42 the last time. So right now he still have about another 9 laps to go if he's trying to copy the first stint. The thing is, within the next 3 to 4 laps, expect Colton Ward, Ethan Silhorsky. Matter of fact, I think I hear somebody clutching in, trying to save gas. Hayden Williams, possibly Kurt Gibson. Expect them drivers to be in within the next 3 to 5 laps. It's right on board with Colton Ward. Listen to the throttle. He is. Ward's clutching in, trying to save as much gas as he can. Lightly back into the throttle. 42. So one driver already said they're going to be in the pits now. Like to see who that will be. As a matter of fact, it'll be Hayden Williams. Well, Williams is one of them that's on the primary strategy right now. So Williams is in, so expect Ward.
94 up hidden.
There's the 94 of Ethan. He'll be in this time. So Ethan is in. I'll get the lead back to Aaron Stanton. Of course, Aaron will.
51.
Box, box.
So Kurt Gibson in. So right now, these are the 4 in the primary. So Aaron will probably lead about another 10 laps, 12 at the most. But right now, do not look by. Right now, don't be so far, but off in the distance, you see Elijah Fisher right on board with Henning again. And off in the distance, Elijah Fisher, that's about 2 seconds. Right now, Sarah Stinton still leading. Shane Harr occupies second. Henning third, Fisher fourth, Darcy Harr in fifth. Well, 75 to go. We know they can go about 30 some odd laps. Right at 40, anywhere from 38 to 42 laps on fuel. There will be, I believe, another pit stop. With 75 to go, from there they should be able to make it. So right now, as you look at Shane Harr running in second, the gap not really shrunk between Fisher and Henning, still about 2 seconds. Colton Ward, the last car on the lead lap. I'm actually surprised.
Good time, Henning.
Stephen Henning in this time. Well, that's the first of the championship drivers. It actually is going to be 2 laps shorter than his first stint. So Henning off the banking. Get it wound up. Careful not to speed. It's only 50 miles an hour. Well, right now, that'll put Elijah Fisher in the catbird seat.
21.
Shane Harr in this time.
Poor carpeting.
And a Fisher will be in. Well, notice the difference. Fisher went longer this time than what Henning did. Well, he went longer the last time, but still, this is much, much closer. Elijah Fisher off the banking. Of course, 50 mile an hour, and I hate going anything below 60, so I cannot make it on the pit road safely myself. Right now, Aaron Stanton still in command. Stephen Henning off of pit road. Well, expect Stanton within the next 30, not 30, but expect Stanton within the next 5 to 6 laps, at best 7. Well, Colton Ward right now still leading, him and Darcy Harr. Well, Harr's already, Stanton and Harr is the last drivers that have not pitted for the lead lap, other than Robert Wilhoit, right now running in 7th, 1 lap down. Right now,
27 minutes.
well, Aaron Stanton will be in this time. So meanwhile, Aaron Stanton will come in. Colton Ward will resume the race lead, or should.
35 pitting, 35 pitting.
Darcy Harr will be in this time. Listen to Ward. Still clutching. Massively clutching too, even earlier than what it was before. Very, very easy back into the throttle.
Not in Thank you, Tim.
Right now, the championship battle. There it is.
Thank you, sir.
Liotta not involved in it right now, still 1 lap down.
Thanks,
But the battle for the championship is on. Right on board with Elijah Fisher here. All right, now you're going to see which of the Fords is the best. We're going to see how Fisher can attack this here. The strategy, I don't know if it was played perfect, but it's got Fisher within arm's reach of hitting now. Easy on the gas, not full throttle. Well, they still got one more pit stop to go. Meanwhile, Ethan Sikorsky now running second, Hard third. Hayden Williams in the wall. This is the battle for the top 5, 4th and 5th. Williams off the wall again. Robert Wilhoit in 6th. And of course, the championship contenders.
Thank you, Darcy.
Thank you, Darcy.
Right now, if we can get the lap time average, we'll see what they are for the front runners. Right now, Henning getting around Wilhoit, as is Fisher. Well, there you see it's up and down the place. Fisher slower, then he's faster, then he's slower again, but only by barely. Right now, this is the battle as they run, but still a long way to go. 65 long laps. Robert Wilhoit will be the last of the drivers pitting in on the lead lap. Man, Wilhoit went 42 laps. Going to be 43 when he hits start finish line. So the driver of the Bass Pro Shop, number 5 Chevrolet, in the pits. But still, it's been all Colt Wars. Led 56 laps and a 91 ran. Well, again.
Aaron at the bottom.
Well, again, if you want to, if you got somebody on your radar for next year, next season, you're looking at him. Colt Ward, this was trophy hunt because he joined too late to make the playoffs. This has just been trophy hunting. Now, you're going to throw in points. You hear him now. You see how it goes quiet. He's clutching hard. He's definitely really trying to make it on one stop, as Justin Millicor said in the comments section. All right, now he's got over a 10-second, just about a 10-second lead over Ethan. Meanwhile, battle for third, Stanton and Shane Harr. Both of them up 6 spots from where they started. Meanwhile, looking at the ticker, the gap slowly shrinking ever so slightly. I think Fisher right now, he is trying to size up hitting. The only thing, yeah, it must be awkward fight for a championship and you're in the same group chat because you're teammates. I think right now they're getting along, but I know I know that in the back of both them drivers' mind, they're sizing up the other one, studying them. How do I get around? For Fisher, how do I get ahead of Henning? And for Henning, how do I keep that Ford behind me? It's teammates until about, my opinion, the final 25. Then, game's on. That's how I view it. But meanwhile, still Colt Ward. Liotta just made his pit stop 3 laps down. Now the championship, I have to say. Still, there's always a possibility. But for Chris Liotta, I believe the championship will be done for the 60. 3 laps down. Hard to really say. But right now, Shane Harr and Aaron Stanton still going at it for thirds. Kind of settled down a little bit. Man, what a run. Well, it's been a hell of a season. Hate to say that there's still 60 laps remaining in this season, but it's been a hell of a season. It had its ups, had its downs, had its best moments, it's had its lowest moments. But that has been a hell of a season. Right now, Stanton trying to get right to the back of Shane Har. We're right on board with the 21 Toyota. Yeah, right now, Stanton's in his blind spot. I know he is. There he is. Well, notice how Aaron, he can make the bottom lane work earlier. Look at Hard blocking the bottom lane. Well, I mean, you want to use that bottom so bad. Why don't you try a top? Right now, they've caught the 94 of Ethan Silhorsky. This will now be, instead of a battle for third, a battle for second. Well, of course, Ethan, the talk for Ethan tonight's been tire struggles. Trying to save tire, and that might be what 94 is doing right now. Right now, we'll focus in on this, trying to bounce between this and the championship battle. Shane Har off the wall just a little bit. X Robert Wilhoit. We'll see what happened to the driver to 5. Jad. Yes, in the wake of Chris Liotta, car immediately gets tight. Saw that dirty air working. No harm, no foul for the driver of the number 3 tonight. Not sure why it has a 5 on the side of it. Well, we'll go with the 5. Right now, Colton Ward still out in front. It's been a dominant performance from the 42. Right now, the championship battle still rages on.
I'm messing you up, Elijah. Let me know, okay?
Oh, you're good.
Too bad I ain't got my broadcast partner in here, Jarvis Henderson. Well, while I have the opportunity to, and there's not really much happening besides the championship battle at the moment. Bash at the Beach. Raging Idiot Racing Network special event. Super late models at Myrtle Beach, 60 drivers, $500 to the winner if we get 60. $36 to enter, it'll go from 60 to 36. 36 drivers, an opportunity at $500. Again, based off 60. August 17th, submit your payments to any of the 2 or any of the 3 offerings at the bottom. PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo. To Jimmy Crow with James Waring. But that will be for later. Right now, Henning still holding the championship lead by arm's length. Focus back in. Shane Har and Aaron Stanton both have gotten around 94. 94 hard off the wall again. Somebody was at least.
Okay, enough of this. It's getting annoying.
So right now, 52 to go.
Okay, seriously, clear it for.
Trying to figure out what's all going on. Everybody's mad about something. I ain't seen nothing yet. Folks, I know this has not been it's been a very long green flag run here. It's a bit tiresome. Trying to keep it exciting here. So right now we'll ask another question. Mike, I wish we could, but right now, just enjoy it.
A fruit just on nice right about now.
Where are you at anyway, Mike? Another fan. Do not confuse this one with the first one. This will be who is going to win the race tonight. But right now, I'm in firm belief that Colton Ward is a prime candidate. Well, not to be, well, again, not to be denied. These two right behind him, second and third, over 8.5 seconds back. These two right here have been the only ones who can hold a candle to Colton Ward. Of course, we ain't got to mention Shane Harhan. Colton Ward's amazing battles over this season, both on Cup and ARCA side. Throw Aaron Stanton in the mix in there as well. Right now, look at the top of the screen. Shane Harr slowly eating into Colton Ward's time. Meanwhile, Stephen Henning has opened up the gap just a little bit on the Ford Fisher. Well, you got to wonder, is Fisher lying in wait still? Well, we saw earlier Fisher was able to get up there and lead a little bit. Fisher's actually of the championship 3. Fisher has led 2 laps. The Henning and Liotta have not led any. The green flag pit stops coming up again for potentially the final time. 45 to go. We know they can go about 40, anywhere from 37 to 42 laps max. Well, here Colton Ward pull up the dashboard. You can see he is clutching all the way out of the gas, letting it roll even longer, not even getting back into the gas as hard. The 42 massively saving. Well, if he can save enough. Let's actually look at Shane Harr when we get back around.
All right, Big Ten.
We'll see what Shane's doing entering the corner. So Shane, not even clutching in, just squeaking the throttle, cracking the throttle down to about 3/4. Gonna get right back into it right now, about 80%, batting at 90. Not even full throttle, now he is. For Aaron Stanton, let's see him. Well, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to try to pull this up on the battle box, even though it's not actually the battles.
Okay.
Well.
Okay, you give me the bottom, but you want to race me.
See Henning get a little bit frustrated right now. Well, right now, when I was trying to show the top 4 drivers, you want to talk about the inspired big. We just talked about the inspired biggest movers of the race. How about the top 4? Colton Ward, Shane Harr, Aaron Stanton, Ethan Silhorsky. All of them are tied at 7 spots gained for the inspired marketing biggest movers of the race. But right now, a lot of strategies at work here. A lot of strategy. I'm going to end the poll right now because I'm anxious to see the results. 37% Shane Har.
Take the bottom.
Right now, reiterate the championship. Right now, all right. Hayden Williams will be in this time. Gray flag pit stops happening, potentially the last time. That is the gap for 6. Just, well, of course, it's going to get messed up, but just over 1 second. Right now, Williams is in. We ought to be seeing a 94, the 51, the 42 in at some point. Right now, we focus in on Shane Har until the championship 2 pits in. I think that was Chris Liotta. He'll be in this time. Colton Ward's in. That'll surrender the lead to Shane Har. Har has not led officially tonight. Colton Ward's led 82 laps. Ethan Silhorsky is in as well.
Box.
Well, there will be Kurt Gibson coming in. But right now, expect Stanton to be able to run just a little bit longer. So that's going to be good. Right now, about 2 seconds now for Stephen Henning. Well, you gotta wonder, is Henning gonna try to go longer? Is he gonna do the same thing? Matter of fact, I know it's a little late. The pit strategy link right now, as you see it. Henning 37 laps, Fisher 36. Shane Har will be in. Well, there's Shane Har. He will surrender the lead after leading a handful of laps. As a matter of fact, 3. Aaron Stanton's in this time. But for the first time tonight, Stephen Henning will officially lead. The thing about it is, how far is he willing to go? That's the question. Robert Will Hoyt will be in. Elijah Fisher's coming in. And Henning. I believe I heard Henning. Yes, he is. Stephen Henning. Henning and Fisher both on the pit road. The championship on the line. We're going to focus in on this. Colt Ward will resume the lead. But we're going to focus in on this, because this is very well for the championship. 34 to go. They should be able to make it. Ah, Henning slid too far. Thing about it is, how bad does it affect it? Elijah Fisher already out. Steven Henning, you saw it on the screen, had to back up just a little bit. That will definitely play the factor. Fisher already out. .33 to go. Does Steven have anything for the 4? Meanwhile, Colton Ward, 9.4 second lead. We're going to focus back in on the 12, and that is the gap. All right, now we'll keep in touch with it as the laps tick down. Stevens had the best car all night as far as the championship 3 goes. Darcy R in this time. Darcy R, black flag, too fast entering.
Oh, hi, Chris.
Ow, my ears. Right now, the gap. We can get it pulled up. Right now, the gap's too big to even really show up on the monitors. We'll have to go to the relatives. Damn, we still can't even get that. All right. I do this the old-fashioned way. Right now, the gap about, give or take, 1.5. Well, let's actually look back. Let's actually go on board with Steven. Or just get a picture on Steven. We'll look at the last lap times. Not what I meant. There we go. Actually, just for you. No. Yeah, I get this right. There we go. So, Steven Henning has been faster than the 4. Well, you got to wonder, is Henning pushing? And if Steven Henning is pushing, how much is Fisher saving compared to how much Henning is pushing? That's going to be the question. But right now, there's the gap. And right now, about 4 9/10 faster. But right now, the championship in Elijah Fisher's hands. We'll focus back to Colton Ward. We'll go through our last Inspired marketing through the field. Right now, Ward in first. Got to go down to Shane Harr running in second, who right now has about a decent gap over third place, Aaron Stanton. But behind him, Ethan Skilhorski in fourth. Hayden Williams will round out fifth. Right here, Elijah Fisher in sixth, Henning running seventh. James Hadaway running in 8th. He is the first car 1 lap down. Kurt Gibson 9th. Robert Wilhoit right now in 10th. The battle for 10th between Wilhoit and Chris Liotta raging on. Both of them 2 laps down. Darcy Harr 3 laps down. And Jesse Glover after a great pole run. A caution earlier, and right now you see the 96 struggling just to make it around. Right now, 15 laps down. 25 to go for Ward. 25 to go for Ward, and for Elijah Fisher, Stephen Henning, 25 to go in the championship. Right now, you look at sectors. Oh, Fisher in the wall a little bit. But right now, Sector 1, the first half of the racetrack. Sector 2, the last half of the racetrack. Right now, Steven still good across the board. Well, no matter what anybody says tonight, these two have put on a show for the ages. But right now, it's Elijah Fisher's race to lose. Championship, more or less. Not a race to lose right now would be Colt Ward. Just under 8 seconds ahead of Shane Harr. Heading back to the bottom again. Well, right now, Steven trying to do everything that he possibly can to try to get back up to the 4. You see Fisher taking the air away off the front of the car, making Steven just a little bit more tighter than what he wants to be. Has to put more wheel in it, ultimately burning the right front off. Fisher into the wall again. Barely scraped this enough to put Steven Henning right to the bottom of Fisher. Off of turn 4. 21 to go. 22. Liotta's in the pits. Again, the championship done for the 60. How about James Hadaway right now? He is going to play a factor in this. Going to take Steven's line away. Not going to be. Well, Fisher trying to break the draft. Fisher doing everything he can. Hitting back to the bottom again. Not able just to get the run, though. That's the only issue. The top side, you get the run off the top by hitting right there within a half a car length. Of course, a lot of supporters watching for both drivers. For Elijah Fisher and Steven Henning both. Folks, all I got to say is grab the popcorn, ratchet the TV down, get ready, because the next 20 laps is going to be what determines the champion and what doesn't. Heading back to the bottom again, not able to get the run off the corner. Well, damn it, Steven's trying. He is trying his hardest right now. He just got to find a way. He's got to find a way. Fisher will more than likely have to get into the wall one too many times harder to be able to really get a shot at him. Because you can rest assured Fisher's not coming off that top side. Not as good as the run is off top. Heading back to the bottom again. There you see it.
It's raining in turn 4.
Looks dry to me. I don't know what you're looking at.
I got water drops on my window.
I just have a bunch of blurs.
Now, from what I looked at ABC, Jim Bob Jenkins said that it was going to be clear tonight in Florida, so I don't want to hear it.
Well, you know how Florida is. It'll rain with snow clouds.
I see a hurricane. Probably.
Crazy.
Seeing skinny dipping across the road. Yes, I know you're joking, but that really kind of
Yeah.
trying to get Kurt in a different name there.
Right now, heading back to the bottom again.
Come again?
15 to go when they get back to the line.
I was just trying to get you into the lane. I just didn't go up.
Hitting a great run, not enough still. Yeah, but look, Fisher not able to get the best run off the corner. Now Fisher's going to go to the bottom, going to try to take the air off of Henning's nose again. The only issue is Henning's right in his wake, but he's also in the draft. Give or take. Pick your poison. Right now, Colton Ward's still in front. The top 5 has not changed since the pit stop. Oh! Easy, boys. Heading back to the bottom again. He's giving everything his work. Fisher just trying to keep him at the draft. Fisher scraping the wall again.
We're trying to. Just trying to lock in.
Well, you're hearing the nerves right now. Fisher back to the bottom. Or back to the top. Well, really, it's going to be either Fisher makes a mistake or Steven gives it a Hail Mary. Fisher back into the wall again. Side by side, even better this time. But not enough still. Fisher now to the bottom, Henning. Try to psych him out just a little bit. It's going to be a big run off the corner for the 12. Thing about it is now I'm wondering. Let's look at the lap times again.
Hey, Steven, there's a wall there.
Well, that time Henning 2 seconds, 2/10 slower. With 12 to go. Are the tires starting to fail the 12? We'll see this lap. Henning dives it in again. Well, this time, oh, hard off the wall goes the 12. 2/10 faster, but man, at what cost?
This is one to watch.
Oh, they're swapping. Fisher doing everything he can. He wants Steven as much dirty air as he can give him. Why is it important? One, the more dirty air that goes across the nose of the 12, the more... Oh, Fisher loose. The more dirty air that the 4 can give to the 12, the more air that goes over that nose from behind the 4, the more Henning's car is not going to want to turn. The more tire is going to burn off. Right now, a big gap loss. Fisher down to cover the 12 again. He's going to do everything he can. Right now, again, top 5 has not changed. This is the only battle on the track right now to cover. And right now, it cannot be more fitting. Heading down to the bottom again. But the 4...
Jackson, your car hurt?
The 4 just too strong on the top side. It's going to need a Hail Mary.
Dude, I've been having to save gas for the whole race, man. I don't know what's going on.
A leaky gas tank. No!
That's what it feels like, because I'm saving absolutely nothing.
9 to go. Right on board with Elijah Fisher. Now with Steven. He's right there at him. He is right there this time. Almost to the bumper. 7 to go.
Colton, go away. Only one down.
Heading to the bottom. Not able to get there yet. These two driving the absolute hell out of these race cars. Excuse my language, but that's the best way I can describe it. It's almost fitting. Henning back to the bottom again. Not able to get the run off the corner this time. If Henning could just stay side by side of him enough to just side draft him, that's all he needs. That's literally all he needs. Back to the bottom again. Well, no matter tonight, no matter who takes it and who doesn't, both of these drivers know they had to fight for it.
I'm bored.
5 to go. Time running out for the 12. Right now, Henning trying to get right back into it again. 4 to go. No 5 to go still. Right, Colton Ward's light years ahead. Matter of fact, there's Ward now. Colton Ward might play a hand in this.
I'm just gonna follow him, to be honest.
There's the championship 2 directly in front of your leader. Henning battling back to the inside again. Fisher loose off a 4 into the wall. Not enough to really impact the car though. That's what Steven needs. He needs Fisher to hit the wall one good time. Just enough to open the door. But right now, Fisher trying to slam that door back shut. Right now, Henning switching it up again. 2 laps to go. 3 for our championship drivers. 2 for Ward. Well, there's going to be one last Hail Mary involved in this. What will Steven do? Right now, he's to the inside, barely. Not enough still. That time, Fisher, a massive run off of the corner. White flag, 1 to go for Colton Ward. Going to be hard to see, but this might be it right here. Might be it. Ward all over the back bumper of Henning. 2 Fords, 2 teammates, in some ways 2 best friends.
Sorry, Chris, you didn't
But tonight, only one is going to be the champion. Henning dives into the inside again, side by side with the 4. Not able to get there. I'm going to say this might be it.
The championship right in front of me.
Colton Ward wins the race.
They still have an extra lap.
And there will be one last shot for Steven Henning.
Robert, out of the way, please.
One last chance, one last gas for Steven Henning. What does Henning do? He's going to look to the inside one more time. Not going to get there. Elijah Fisher. Well, I say that at the line. Elijah Fisher is your ARCA Series champion for 2025. Steven Henning will not. Oh, they're wrecking at the line. Colton Ward's your winner. Elijah Fisher's your champion for ARCA. For Elijah Fisher, he had to work for it. By God, he had to work for it. Steven Henning did not cut him no slack. But at the end of it, Elijah Fisher, barely.
Congratulations, gone wrong.
Colton Ward's your winner. We'll get with Colton Ward here in a minute. We'll let Elijah Fisher burn it down. This is going to be one happy joker right here.
Nice job, Aaron.
Elijah Fisher, Garrett Jenkins up here in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I do.
Barely. That's all I'm going to say. Henning gave it everything he had. Take us through from the last pit stop to now. What was it for the 4? What did the 4 have to do to keep the 12 behind him?
I don't know, man. It was tight. Like I said at the beginning, it just got tighter and tighter and tighter, and he was way better than me through the tight conditions, and he had a little bit of a mistake with pit road, and I just kind of wanted to take advantage, so I conserved some tire. There's just so many thoughts running through my mind right now. I mean, we were kind of battling a couple things together, and I don't know. It's just, just trying to break draft and keep him away.
I want to ask you, how long's the party going to last? Because you still got one more to go Monday night. And, buddy, that's going to be a hell of a battle. But I want to take you, how much of a struggle really was it, both from the mentally and physical aspect, because Henning controlled the majority of this race championship-wise. How hard was it to stay in the game knowing that for a lot of the race you had to trail to 12, not to mention, I mentioned earlier, probably awkward being in there knowing your teammates, in ways your best friends, but you're also fighting for a championship tonight. How hard was it mentally and physically?
I mean, physically, I'm kind of worn. I mean, it's just one of them things because I was happy either way, with whichever one of us two got it. So there was some complacency for me, and I know he wanted it too, just as hard as I did at the same time. I think the battle really was just probably from lap 50 to about 84 when, I saw him about 6-7 seconds in front of me, and I just thought to myself, I'm like, I can't not do the best I can right here, and in this portion or the race was over. So I just took advantage of a couple lap better tires, and it just felt like I just kind of calculated, how much pushing was doing, but yeah, I'm at a loss of words almost.
My buddy has said it numerous times. It was not the season that you anticipate on having it. I hate to say it was not the flashiest, to say the least, but in the circumstances, you were able to come here tonight. You were able to get the champion. I'm going to ask you the last important question. Is there anybody you want to thank tonight? Friends, family, sponsors, etc. Shout them out.
I just want to thank Steven first. I mean, we put on a great show all night. I'm almost disappointed in a sense because I know the heartbreak and just the passion he puts into it every week, and it sucks because it's like on one hand I'm really happy, and it's hard to celebrate when it's also the guy who's been right there with me the whole season and
busting his ass,
knowing how hard he was fighting. So I have to thank him for the battles and the help all year. I want to thank Marcy actually too for just giving him the chance to race me the way he does and come out here every week and do all the things. Mom, family, all of you guys for support every time. I don't know, man. It still hasn't even kicked in yet. It's like it delays itself, and then you just start thinking here. It's like, how the heck did we pull this off? But I don't even know how to explain it. It's not a thank. It's just there's a quote with racing, and it came from AJ Allmendinger from Charlotte Roval win, and he's just emotional and just
you don't know you don't know if it's your last.
You don't know when you get to do it again, and I just can't. We've had this opportunity presented, and it's just we took advantage, and proud of this team and everything that we did all year. Close it off right.
Well, Elijah, with that being said, I got one more question, and then I'm going to let you go celebrate. You've already won one battle, but now you got the biggest one coming up in our league. Now you're going to have 3 guys wanting to take it. Shane Harr, Mike Hauser, Josh Henderson. How is this going to affect the mood, the motivation, and the mental aspect for the driver of the Ford to sweep the weekend championship-wise?
Mentally, gonna put me as calm as a cucumber. Physically, I think that race, I'm just gonna. I got a trick up my sleeve, and I'm gonna leave that to the audience to guess. But that Ford team fights hard, and it's gonna take. I think just knowing like, hey, I've got an ARCA championship too. It's part of me will just say, you know, honestly, I'm not gonna go in with a hot head. I don't have a reason to. I have every reason to be there to compete and everything, but it relieves some pressure on me for that race for sure.
All right, buddy. Congratulations are in order. A hell of a job for the Mobile One Racing number 4 Mustang. Elijah Fisher, your Season 1 ARCA Series champion.
Thank you.
We're going to get in a couple more here. We still got to do top 3 interviews. Colton Ward, Garrett Jenkins up here in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Hello.
Well, buddy, it was a, dare I say, dominating a statement. Don't know quite how many laps you led so far. I'm actually about to look at it right now, but just 116 of 156 laps. Just take me through the night. It was pretty much, was it smooth sailing for Ward, or was it pretty much you had to fight for it a little bit? Just what was the strategy going into tonight?
Well, I entered in thinking it was the high side, so like we were running the high side for a good 20 laps, and then I just tried the bottom once to see if I could do something, and I noticed I was like 2/10 faster, so I just kept doing that the rest of the way, and then I got my 10-second lead.
Yeah, it was a 10-second lead right from the get-go. Were you concerned at any point, though, maybe Hart or Stanton would get to you? It looked like the 94 was able to stay with you for a little while, but then he faded.
Because like Aaron was on like, I don't know, 6-lap newer tires when we went to green. I noticed like he wasn't really gaining, so I didn't think like new tires were gonna get me in the long run either. But I didn't know if them pitting like during that caution, I didn't know if they were gonna end up making it, and then I wasn't gonna be able to make it.
Well, regardless, for you, Colton, it was a dominant performance. Is there anybody you want to thank tonight? Friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours.
I'll just thank you and Elijah for doing this for us.
Ain't no problem, buddy. I will say this. Yeah, whether you think it or not, you're going to be on a lot of people's radar for the championship in Season 2. Until then, best of luck to you. A hell of a debut season. Colton Ward will end Season 1 on top. Appreciate your time, buddy.
Thank you.
Well, that being said, I'm going to get him before he heads out. This is probably going to be this might be a hard interview, but we don't know. Stephen Henning, Garrett Jenkins up here in the broadcast booth. Do you got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I got a copy.
Well, it was a hell of a run. You're the class of the field as far as the 3 championship drivers go all night. I want to ask you, do you feel like the final pit stop put the nail in the coffin?
Yeah, I drove too deep in the box, and then just some on-track stuff happened, but it's all good. It's heartbreaking. I mean, you do that all damn day, and you worry about it, and you stress about it all day, and you just come up a few feet short. It hurts, but we'll get back on the horse and go out there and do it again.
Well, buddy, of course, big week for you. New sponsors, new paint job, new car, a lot of them. In the comment section tonight, buddy, you had a list of supporters. I want to ask you, though, were you surprised when Fisher pitted a lap before you and y'all were within a second of each other before the final pit stop? Did it kind of surprise you? Did it take you by surprise? What was going through the mindset?
No, I was Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, yeah, you're good, you're good.
What I was thinking was I could pit later, so I'd be a little bit fresher on tires, and I just I don't know. I just overdrove it, I guess. I don't know. It sucks, but I just got to thank everybody that was involved with tonight's ordeal. I just got to thank the family for letting me do this as usual, and got to shout out the nephew. It was his birthday party today. He had one hell of a birthday party. Just sucks we couldn't bring home a trophy and show him what we could do, but we just go back out and do it again. And I just got to thank Duzman for letting me put his name on the car. I know it's not a championship, but we put up one hell of a fight at least to try and get one. So I just got to thank everybody in that community. They've been all on my back this week and supporting me, so I just got to shout them all out.
Well, Steven, last couple of questions, then I'm going to let you go. It's been a hell of a season for you. It really has. How will you look back on season one from the whole retrospect? How are you going to look back on this season?
A crazy ass battle with my teammate. Just all season we were competitive all season with each other, and we showed it at the end and put on one hell of a show for everybody in the broadcast. I hope you had a blast calling it. I hope everybody had a blast watching it.
Oh, I think it's one of my best ones.
Yeah, I think next season will be one hell of a barn burner. So we gotta go on the next step for season 2.
Well, Steven, last question, and I know you've already shouted out quite a few of them, but now's your chance to shout out everybody. Is there anybody you want to thank tonight? Friends, family, sponsors, etc., buddy?
Yeah, again, just Duzman for letting me do this. If you want to go follow him on TikTok, not saying you have to. But if you want to follow him on TikTok, he's a great guy. He's out here where I am in Saskatchewan. And he's looking for people to come join his community, and it's a great community. But yeah, I just got to thank everybody that was involved on the car. Their names are on the car, and everything. I got to thank Fraser. He gave me the idea for the whole paint scheme to begin with, so shout out to him. And just shout out to my family for letting me do this as long as I have and put on a show and stress everybody out a little bit more, but that's all part of it.
All right,
I'm going to jump in. Man, Steven, what a great year, man.
It was. I enjoyed it. As much as stressful and as panicked as I sounded on mic, I had fun.
I don't care what anybody says. I think you're in that one, just that one little slip, but
yeah,
it was a race. It was a race, man.
We'll give her hell next season. That's all I got to say.
Well, boys,
you're just as much a champ in my book there, Steven.
Thank you.
Well, boys, before Elijah goes, I'm going to ask both of you one more question. Probably going to be the toughest one. How hard is it to race your best friend for a championship, your teammate? You guys been through a lot on iRacing together. How hard is it? How big was the mental strain for both of you as a whole?
I'll let Elijah.
I'm torn at the same time. I'm happy, but I'm torn, man. Like, we're side by side the whole year, and
He's a great friend, and I love racing against him, but when it comes down to those things, of course, you want to go out there and you want to beat him. But at the end of the day, the best man won, the best strategy won. That's all I can say.
You were the best, man. What you talking about?
I slid through my buck, so we'll just say that's strategy right there.
Yeah.
Well, boys, congratulations to both of you on a hell of a season. We look forward to seeing how Monday night will go. For Elijah Fisher, one more championship to go for Stephen Henning. he'll look to season 2 and trying to capture a championship again. Congratulations both to you again on a hell of a season.
Thank you.
And thank you for broadcasting and doing the job that you do out there every week. Thank you.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
problem.
man.
That being said, we still got a couple more interviews to go through. We'll get Shane Har up in here. Of course, he's got a big date with a championship of his own come Monday night. Shane Har, Garrett Jenkins up here in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yes, I do.
Well, buddy, I'm going to ask, was there anything anybody could do with Colt tonight?
Well, I don't know. I'd like to say I could, but I don't know. We got involved in that early wreck, I think on lap 8. And we didn't take our fast repair thinking we're going to have a couple extra yellows, and we never ended up getting one. So I ended up, I did that whole run with rear end damage, and it was about a minute and a half worth of damage, and it's just slow down the straights, so couldn't really stay caught up. And then, after that, we figured out the bottom was working. I felt like we held our own. We'd take the lead down once in a while after pit stops. We had like a six lap advantage on tires, so just never could get close enough.
Well, buddy, I wanted to ask you, it's been a great ARCA season series for you. It's been unfortunately missed too many races. It was not going to turn into the championship that you were hoping on both sides. One win this season at Lime Rock. My next 2 questions, other than my usual finisher, but these next 2 questions, how would you describe your ARCA Series season as a whole, and how will this season and finishing second tonight, how is that going to affect the 21 come Monday when you and 3 others, Elijah Fisher, Mike Hauser, Josh Henderson, will be fighting for the biggest prize in this league, the Inspired ARCA Series Championship presented by Inspired Marketing and Admin Box?
Yeah, the year so far over here is, it's not been as good as we wanted, but the real trophy we're chasing is on Monday night. So this one's, we're just out here having fun. We're taking on the Monday League a little more serious, and it's going to be a battle. So whoever can save their tires, I feel at the end of that one, if we get a long green flag run like this, it's going to come down to tires. So
well, Shane,
looking forward to it.
Well, Shane Hart, buddy, last question now. I'm going to let you head out. Is there anybody you want to thank tonight? Friends, family, sponsors, etc., buddy? The floor is yours.
Yeah, you Garrett, and Elijah for putting the league on. Teammates over at Toyota. My better half, I guess, here at home. And I guess shout out to Elijah for getting that championship. Well earned.
All right, buddy. Congratulations on a P2 finish. Shane Har will come home second tonight. He will now shift his attention to Monday night, going for a championship. Appreciate your time, buddy.
Thank you.
With that being said, we'll pull in the last driver. Aaron Stanton, Garrett Jenkins up here in the booth. You got a copy?
What's up, Garrett?
Well, buddy, you tell me. I just asked Shane Har this last question, or the first question. Now I'm going to ask you the same thing. Was there anything you could have done with Colton tonight?
Honestly, no. I'm a little bit disappointed in myself. This is usually like one of my best tracks, but once Shane got around me and I got stuck in his dirty air, I just couldn't do anything with him.
Well, buddy, now's the main thing I highlighted. Tried to stress it to the viewers the best I could. I think I failed miserably at it, but can you try to, from the driver's standpoint, can you try to explain really what goes on behind another car? How does it affect the car? Because we saw it a lot with Stephen Henning and Fisher battling it out. Can you get just a brief description of what happens when you're behind another car?
Well, mainly it's like when you're entering the corner and I thought this track would be more about the top groove, and it wasn't. I found out pretty early on that it was mainly a bottom lane only track. And like when it's one groove like that and you're just trying to enter behind, another car, you just get super tight. You got to like really back up your corner. Your middle gets tight when you're trying to get back on the gas because you're not getting air to your front nose, and it's just bad. which is really bad in these cars.
Well, buddy, after you've said it numerous times, these are not your favorite cars, but 4 wins this season, unfortunately, we're not going to be eligible for a championship. How are you going to look back on this season as a whole? What are you going to take away from this season?
Just knowing I can compete. This was really fun. It sucks that I had to miss a race so I couldn't, win the championship tonight.
You didn't want to say it. I know you didn't.
But no, it was fun. It's just fun to know I can, compete with the best. And obviously, I'm not as good as Colton. Colton's lights out, but it's just good to know that I can compete with him.
Well, I wanted to ask you, of course, it's no secret you're going to be taking the reins of race control off my hands at the end of the season. I want to ask you these last 2 questions. Well, you know one of them, but obviously, your brother Josh Henderson fighting for a championship on Monday. How is that going to affect your race? Are you maybe going to try to race around him a little differently than what you normally would, or is it pretty much the 27s going to victory lane one final time Monday?
I love this place, so I'm still gonna try to win, right? But I'm still gonna race him fair and clean, and not gonna rough him up or anything like that.
Well, go ahead.
I don't know.
Well,
Lost my train of thought.
I do that all the time. So what do you complain about? But buddy, the last question: there anybody you want to thank tonight? Friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours.
I'd like to thank you guys. Thank you, Garrett, for streaming this. It's awesome. You do a really good job. Thanks, Elijah, for putting all this on. Congrats to him for winning the championship. Yeah, that's really all I got.
All right, buddy. Aaron Stanton will come out of tonight a 4-win season, not a championship, but now he will shift his focus to Monday to see if his brother Josh Henderson will claim a championship in the Cup Series. Aaron, appreciate your time. Hell of a season, buddy.
Yep, thank you.
With that being said, we're going to go the final results tonight. And what was a storybook ending for Elijah Fisher, a championship in ARCA for Stephen Henning. I hate to say it, but he will probably leave out here tonight thinking what could have been. With that being said, we're going to go through the results. Colton Ward's your winner by 10.5 seconds. Good God almighty. Shane Harr in second. Aaron Stanton third. Ethan Skiorski in fourth. Hayden Williams fifth. Elijah Fisher, Falcon Motorsports, fifth and sixth. 1-2 in the championship. For Elijah Fisher, he is going to walk out of here your champion. For ARCA, Stephen Henning will come in second. A hell of an effort for the driver of the 12. Unfortunately, that last pit stop was the final nail in the coffin for Stephen Henning. Kurt Gibson in 8th, Robert Wilhoit 9th, James Hadaway in 10th. Darcy Harr in 11th, Chris Liotta, the other driver involved in the championship. Unfortunately, the lap 5 incident and a few other problems would plague the driver, the Rockstar Chevrolet tonight. He will have to settle for 3rd in points and 12th in the championship. Jesse Glover started on pole. A hell of a job by the 96. Unfortunately, that'll be the only highlight for the 96, as he will finish 13th, 18 laps down, running out the field. For everybody watching, been a hell of a season. Been a great season for ARCA. Like I said, it's ups and it's downs, and it's all rounds. I would like to thank personally myself, Elijah Fisher, Teresa Fisher, everybody let me be able to do this. It's been a ride. It's been an awesome ride. I know I've done the job. I know I've done a job for 2 people, race control and broadcasting. Has been frustrating. I apologize for the many times I should have been censored. But I ain't got a button installed for that yet. I'll work on that. But ultimately, it's been a hell of an ARCA season. Been fun to cover it. Next season, of course, Chris Liotta will be taking over the rings for race control on Saturday. Aaron Stan will be taking over for Monday. Don't act like this is goodbye, because I will be back next season to cover Inspired ARCA for Season 2. And I'm going to say this. To the 4 drivers going for the biggest prize in Inspired Racing League history, the Inspired Cup Series Championship, presented by Inspired Marketing and Admin Box. To Shane Hard, to Elijah Fisher, to Josh Henderson, to Mike Hauser. Boys, you got 48 hours to prepare for the battle of y'all's life. For the viewers watching at home, not going to want to miss it. Until then, HGR probably on tap. Still to come tonight. Midnight Racing League Super Speedway Series. Their second season starts in about another hour. Best of luck to them, Justin Millicar, Brain Powers, and others. All starting to kick their season off right. And I will see everybody in about another hour because the show ain't done. Until then, I'll see y'all tomorrow for possible HGR, MMS, and the season finale for the Cup Series. Until then, everybody, have a good night.